It's not a walkthrough, playthrough, review, anything like that. It's just me playing the game badly so you can see what it looks like. Hello! So, I don't know if Christmas came early or really late. Like Christmas 1980. What the hell am I talking about? Okay, back in 1980, video gaming was... home video gaming was quite limited. You had your Pong machines. If you were lucky and lived in a household with fairly decent income, you maybe had an Atari. If you lived in a house with a big income, you maybe had a Vectrex or a Intellivision or a ColecoVision. But if you were from a working class family like me, you didn't have any of those things, not even an Atari. Not in 1980, they were still expensive. So home gaming was limited. First thing I got was a Nintendo Ball, though it was branded as Toss-Up by, what do you call it? Forgotten? Time Out, one of them. Yeah, I had one of them. And that was my first home handheld gaming. But then there were other things that became popular, and I had several. I had Galaxy Invader. It was CGL Galaxy Invaders. Galaxy Invader 1000 even, something like that. And then a year after that I got Grandstand, I think it was Grandstand, Astro Wars. I don't have those now, but I've got these. Andrea asked me, would you... there was a guy selling them on Hot UK Deals. And she said, would you like these? And he was selling them for a very reasonable price. And so I said, oh yes please. Now I don't collect tabletop games as a rule. I didn't have any of these back in the day, not these ones, but I did play them. I had friends who had them. And it was not an uncommon thing, say approaching Christmas or whatever, or some holiday where you were allowed to take your toys in. And that's what these were. And they're not video games in my book. These are toys. They're very retro toys from about 1980. You've got Grandstand Munchman, which is a Pac-Man clone-ish. That's by, Grandstand. Also from Grandstand, Invader from Space, which is a Space Invader clone of sorts. And then you've got Caveman also from Grandstand. They're all Grandstand. They were very popular. Which, if that's a clone of anything, I don't know what. I didn't have any of these back in the day. As I said, I had Astro Wars and Galaxy Invader, but I'm familiar with all of these. And as I said, I don't collect them. But when Andrea said, hey, look, this guy's selling these cheap, do you think they're worth what he's selling them for? Yeah, they are. I won't say how much they cost, but it was a very good price. So yeah, I'm gonna shift the camera and get the tripod sorted out and everything, and we can have a look at what these games look like. And you can see this is what gaming was like if you were working class in 1980 and couldn't afford an Atari. Okay then, the first one is Munchman. I had a little LCD mini Munchman back in the day, but not this. Control is by a sort of D-pad, if you like. 4 buttons for directional control. Difficulty setting amateur and pro. On and off power. And that's it. I've got a power adapter thingy, but it took... How many batteries did it take? 4 C. I guess there's C batteries in that. I can't quite read. C's or D's, whatever. Yeah. Okay. Bit of editing there. Right, I'm going to put the camera onto the tripod, and we can see how this plays. That'll be fun. Okay, apologies for the glare. There is a lot of light coming into the room that I just have no control over, so sorry about that. So here we are. This is Munchman by Grandstand. As you can see, it's a kind of Pac-Man, oh dear, Pac-Man-esque sort of game, though it's sort of limited in that you can't eat the dots if you reverse into them. You see, your mouth faces to the left, and you have to be facing, your mouth has to be facing the dots for you to be able to eat them. And that means in some cases you have to reverse past them. Watch this dot down here. There, I didn't eat it. I've got a, oh crap. You have to reverse past it and then go back the other way again to be able to eat it. And that's a bit crap. Oh dear. Go away. Yeah, like these here. There. Oh. That. Back in the day, I guess we would have said, well, that's a feature. That's what makes it different from Pac-Man, isn't it? Because obviously it's better than Pac-Man because it's Munchman. And stupid excuses. You know, being a kid, you don't want to admit that you've got something that's actually a bit crap. But these were probably limitations of the hardware. Well, no, they certainly were. You know, they couldn't make the graphic LED thing for Pac-Man face the other way when you change direction. But having him not be able to eat the dot was a choice. I don't know why they did that. But there it is. And it's kind of odd, but it's a characteristic of the game, and you got used to those limitations when you were a kid. You know, there was no Game Boy, and you probably didn't have an Atari, so you made do, and limitations like that were just a fact of life, gaming wise. I think you get the gist. We'll stop there. It's probably going to give someone seizures while it does that. Let's bring up the next one. So then, this is Invader from space. Again, it's pretty simplistic. It's quite big. I mean, the other one was as well. They're quite big, especially considering the size of the screen, because the screen is actually really quite tiny. All of this is not screen. The only screen is there. But anyway, you've got your left and right control just there, your fire button, start, level, which would be difficulty level, power on and off, and sound from here. Yeah, there were several Space Invader-y kind of games back then. This was one. Galaxy Invader 1000 was another. The one that I remember was called Missile Invader, and that was probably the closest to Space Invaders in the way it played, if not actually in the way that it looked. But I don't have that, so I can't show you. But let me just set the camera up and we'll have a look at how this plays. Okay then, let's see how we can do here. Start. Right. Fire? Yeah. Alright. It's pretty much Space Invaders, except without the bases at the bottom. You know, the barriers. And movement of the invaders is like in big chunks, and you kind of got to time it. You got to work out the timing, because they don't smoothly move left to right. It's like they oh dear, they vanish from the spot. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh, that's hard on my ears. Yeah, okay, 125. I can do better than that, maybe. Come on. Why? What? Oh. I lost. Okay. We'll just power. Can we Alright. The power switch on this thing is a little iffy. But yeah, they disappear from one spot and then reappear in another, and you've got all the blinking and well, not so much flashing, but blinking is like everything just disappears for a moment. It does make actually aiming at them not so easy. Like traditional Space Invaders, you've got to aim at where they're going to be, not where they are. But when they just disappear, knowing where they're going to be is not so easy. I don't know what's going on. They do suddenly sort of appear significantly lower before you're ready for them, really. I wouldn't say they're necessarily... They're sort of predictable and sort of not. There seems to be a random element in their... Oh crap. In their movement. But that might just be me not knowing what I'm doing. Okay, well, you get the gist. And now we have Caveman, which, to be honest, is a game I'm not really familiar with. I saw it back in the day, I was aware of it. I'm confused now, it says Grandstand, but it also says TOMY. Okay, I don't know who did it then. I guess they had a deal or something. Was it like TOMY in other countries and Grandstand licensed it in the UK? I don't know. But anyway, so you've got a caveman and there's a dinosaur, and the dinosaur's got eggs, and the caveman's got an axe or a club or something that he bashes the dinosaur with and steals the eggs. I think that's what it's all about. I'm not really... I played it once and I didn't know what I was doing. But, well, that's not unusual, is it? Batteries, yeah, it's going to be a load of C batteries, isn't it? It's cool. Grandstand, TOMY, whatever, they make quite a few games with this kind of casing. I know Firefox was similar, and so was Scramble, and I think Defender as well. You know, it was your little arcade game in the home sort of thing, I guess. You've got your amateur and pro settings. I go on amateur, obviously. Power on and off. Control left and right. That's kind of an interesting sort of spring-loaded, not especially clicky. It's curious. And then you start, shoot button. There. Does it say shoot? Yes, it does. Right, okay, let's try and get some footage from this. This is one where really I could do with instructions and don't have any, so we'll see. Okay then, where am I? What's happening? Have we started? Oh, okay, we haven't started. Okay, what, where, how? Oh right, there's my little man, and there's a dinosaur there, and he's chucked an egg, or he's got an egg at his feet. Do I grab? I've got the egg, I take it over here, and then what? I don't know. I've got another egg. Ah. Chuck. Okay. Ah. That's not. Chucked me. I don't know what's going on. There's a little baby dinosaur. I've smacked the dinosaur in the mush. There's an egg. Grab the egg. Grab it. Take it over here. Okay. Now what? Ooh. Oh, I think he bit me. You bastard. That's weird. Funny, my caveman looks sort of like Lisa Simpson. It's Lisa in... Oh shit. What does that say? Dynamic multi-screen LSI CPU. Yeah, I don't really believe that. Multi-screen, where's it getting that idea from? Ass! You bugger! What is Lisa doing? That just looked... Grab it, nick the egg. Yay, I scored 240 something. Grab it! Go! Oh dear. Well, I think that's it. Yep. there you go. Oh, there's a volcano going off there. That's proper super high tech advanced graphics going on. And there's a pterodactyl. Yeah. All right. I don't know. I like this. I don't understand it at all. It's I don't know what's happening, but it's cool. I think I would have loved this back in the day. Now I find it amusing. It is a toy. It's not a video game, but there is something. I mean, there's a magnifying glass thing going on here, which you're not really getting the full visual appeal of it from the camera. It's not doing it justice. It looks too glowy and washed out. Like that dinosaur is a pretty good green, and the red is... it's good. It looks better than I can show you here. But yes, that is gaming as we had it in 1980. If you couldn't afford an Atari and you couldn't go to the arcade at that particular time and you wanted to play games at home, you played this kind of thing. Nostalgia, lots of it. Love it. Big thank you to Andrea who got me these as well. If she watches this, she watches some of my videos. Yeah, chuffed to bits. Like I say, I don't normally collect these things, but when offered them, yes, I wasn't going to say no to such an awesome piece of nostalgia. Anyway, thank you for watching.
So look, just subscribe to this Benway chap and we can all go home. I'll have a glass of claret and well,